I want to show you some tools and techniques for creating a widget from an Angular application. This is my Angular application. You can see it's pretty standard. I've got some services, filters, directives, and of course some controllers. Here's the main controller, the GBS control. I've also got an app. It's pretty unremarkable, but for the inclusion of a templates, which I'll explain in a minute. All of the view rendering is done using partials. GBS main is the main partial. You can see it's got an include element, which will conditionally include the remainder of the partials. Now I want to bind all of this into one JavaScript file. So I'm going to use a library called HTML2JS. And you can see that I'm referencing as the source to that library all of my partials using a star notation. You can pick up this HTML2JS module at this location. I didn't build this, but it's very cool. I'm going to output the JavaScript from those partials to dist temp. And I'm also going to, when I do my concatenation step to pull all of my JavaScript together, I'm also going to include the partials that are created in that step, or the JavaScript that's created in that step. So this is my Grunt configuration. I'm concatening. I'm also minifying. Now minification, I'm using uglify. This is pretty standard Grunt stuff, and I'm going to create a minified version of the same JavaScript library. Let's have a look at the Grunt workflow now. It's pretty straightforward. I'm invoking Grunt. I'm going to call HTML2JS, which will take my HTML and crunch it into JS. I'm going to lint all of that JS. I'm going to concatenate it into one file and then minify it or uglify it so it's smaller. You can see that's all happened. Doesn't take very long. And I should now have a minified version of my library in a single JavaScript file. Let's go and have a look at that. And there it is. There's actually several versions there. I'm showing you an earlier version. So there's all of my partials, all of my JavaScript, all of my controllers, all of my HTML, all rolled into one JavaScript file, which is what I wanted. Now we're going to now look at my widget in action. The carousel you can see there on the page is the widget. You can see this is the line of HTML that includes the widget. You can see it's referencing GBS main, HTML. Now that HTML isn't HTML, it's coming from the widget also. And here is the widget minified working on the page. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's useful for you.